Wings of Glory is a game system that allows players to recreate aerial combat of World War I and World War II, using cards and miniatures to represent the airplanes and their maneuvers. You control one or more airplanes, taking to the skies to engage your opponents in aerial duels or trying to accomplish specific missions such as recon or escort. For each airplane you control, take its miniature, airplane card, a console, and the maneuver deck matching the blue letter on the airplane base. For example, Maneuver Deck C. Each maneuver deck is different and takes into account the speed and agility of the airplane without requiring complex rules. The damage deck is shared by all players who use an airplane with the same firepower. The firepower of each airplane is indicated by the red letter on its base. For example, Damage Deck A. The green number indicates the airplane's damage resistance, the amount of damage it can take before it's eliminated. For example, 15 points of damage. To begin, choose 3 cards from your maneuver deck. These cards are the 3 moves that your airplane will perform during this turn. Be careful! Some maneuvers stall or are dangerous, as indicated by the steep symbol. You cannot plan 2 steep maneuvers in a row, or your airplane may crash to the ground. You can also plan an Immelmann turn. Plan a straight move, then the Immelmann card, then another straight move, and your airplane will reverse its direction. After all the players finished planning, they reveal their first maneuver and place it in front of the airplane's base. Take the airplane base and place it on top of the maneuver card, overlapping the black arrowhead at the rear of the airplane base with the arrowhead on the card. After all airplanes have moved, you may check to see if you can fire at your opponents. Each airplane can choose one target. You shoot by taking the ruler and placing one end of it against the stand at the center of your airplane's base. Keep the ruler within the firing arc of the attacking airplane. If the ruler reaches the base of the target airplane, you can fire. If you reach the target airplane base in the first half of the ruler, the shot is at short range. The owner of the target airplane receives 2 damage cards from the appropriate damage deck. If you reach the target in the second half of the ruler, the shot is at long range. The owner of the target airplane receives only 1 damage card. Remember, damage cards are secret. Only the owner of an airplane knows exactly how much damage it has taken. Keep the damage cards on the console of the airplane. When the total damage equals or exceeds the resistance of the airplane, it is eliminated from the game. Repeat movement and firing until you've used all maneuver cards you planned. Then another turn begins, and the players once again choose 3 maneuver cards. When playing a simple dogfight, the winner is the player or team with airplanes still in the air after all the enemy airplanes exit the playing area or are shot down. You can also play a recon mission, a bombing mission, a strafing attack, and the game will be different each time. The standard rules introduce special damages, increasing the realism of the game. There are many different types of special damages. The rudder of an airplane may become jammed, the pilot wounded, the engine spouts a smoke trail or is damaged, or the airplane may catch fire or explode. In aerial combat, the relative altitude of the airplane is a very important tactical element. In your maneuver deck, you will find 2 maneuver cards, the climb and dive. When using the altitude rules, these maneuvers are used to change the altitude of your plane. Climbing and diving are an important part of any duel in the sky. When an airplane has climbed enough to gain an altitude level, add 1 more flight stand below the miniature to indicate it's now flying higher. When you use a dive card to fly at a lower altitude, remove 1 stand. There are other rules you can add to make the game more realistic and strategic, but this is possibly the most important one. Ready for takeoff? Choose 1 duel pack, or get the rules and accessories pack and a few airplanes to begin playing Wings of Glory. A great collection of ready-to-play airplane miniatures with their special gaming base and maneuver deck is available to expand your game.